Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this unboxing video on a Monday, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. But for those of you who are new to the channel, what I'd like to do is to turn it into a bit of a guessing game. I'm going to give you some clues and we can try and identify the figure before we open it. So as you can see, it is a relatively small box. The figure inside is loose, and this one, funnily enough, this one is actually a Generation 2 exclusive, so it's not a Generation 1 figure. I blame this particular purchase solely on eBay and perusing things over the Christmas period. But yeah, just as I say, just there's a couple of figures that I check for now and again. As I say, it's like a European, Australasian exclusive of a particular figure that, funny enough, the mold was used in Generation 1. So it's a mold you've seen before. Obviously, with it being Generation 2, it's going to be a colour scheme that you've probably not seen. Well, maybe you've seen it, but okay, it's going to be a colour scheme that's going to be completely wacky and out there. The mold itself was also used in Japan for Generation 1. The mold originally was used, I think it was, yeah, 1988 was the original use of the mold. This particular use of the mold was 1993, if I'm thinking correct. And the other interesting thing is, it was My Little Pony wrapping paper wrapping it up. Interesting wrapping paper. They changed the name now in G2, like obviously Inferno, Jazz and all that sort of stuff. When they just used the molds again, they kept the same name, but with this particular character, I can't tell you why. I've got no idea. If anybody knows in the comments, if they want to let me know, that would be great. The particular figure itself, I had the original version of this as Generation 1. I loved it. I loved the fact that it had a gimmick. Originally in Generation 1, there was 3 very similar figures of the Autobots which had a similar gimmick, and 3 very similar looking Decepticon ones which had the same gimmick, whereas in Generation 2 there was only 2 of each faction. And once again, yeah, they were the craziest colour scheme you've probably ever seen. Whether or not the gimmick works on this, I don't know. I'm not too fussed either if it doesn't. As I say, I just again realised there was a couple of little figures that I hadn't got within the Generation 2, and again, that's because, exactly like I've just said, same with Generation 1, they have this, even like nowadays. I mean, obviously Hasbro releases some figures in some countries and some in others, so this was one, as I say, that I just picked up. I've got a couple of little real good bargains actually over Christmas, so I'll have quite a few unboxings for you very soon when they do start to arrive. I don't think there's much more to sort of say about this guy, to be honest. He looks good. I'm just checking it out. It's in a bag as well, so it's wrapped up in polystyrene. It's in another little bag, and I suppose the only clue I could give you, which is going to pretty much tell you exactly what he is, in Generation 1 he was known as, I was going to say Fizzle. It is Fizzle. It is Generation 1 Fizzle, because yeah, he was blue in Generation 1, whereas this one, he's still sort of blue, but it is a crazy translucent blue with the green and the red face. And I'm not even going to, no, that definitely doesn't work, but it doesn't matter. And yeah, his name is G2 Blaze. Now that means they must have lost the license, and I don't know, but yeah, this is Blaze. This is a Generation 2 exclusive, and of course I'm going to do a video on him very soon and comparing him and putting him with all the other versions of this particular mold. If you got him, of course, try not to put his name in the comments, and yeah, let me know the time you got it. Thanks for playing along, guys. Take care.